Hi, it's Steve from PartSelect. Today we're going to show you how to change the oven element on your range, and it's a really easy job. All we're going to need is a number 2 Phillips screwdriver or a number 2 square head screwdriver and maybe a pair of needle nose pliers. Let me show you how we do it. Now before we begin this repair, the first thing we'll need to do is to disconnect power to the range. So if it has a cord on it, simply unplug it, and if it's a hardwired range, we will need to locate the breaker or fuse panel and disconnect the power there. Now the first step in this repair will be to open the oven door, and then we're going to remove the oven racks and set those aside. And then we'll remove the 2 screws that support that element at the back of the oven. And then we can pull that element carefully out of the opening in the back wall. There are wires attached to the terminals on that element. We're going to just carefully pull that out far enough that we can access the wires. First of all, make sure that there's no burnt connections or charred or discolored connections to that terminal. And we'll simply just pull them off. Now, if the terminals are bad, they will need to be replaced at the same time that you replace the element. So we'll discard the old element and make sure that that new element is fairly straight and flat before we put it in. We'll reconnect the terminals first, make sure they're tight, and if not, we'll use the needle nose pliers to squeeze them and crimp them up a bit. Once we have the wires secured to the terminals, we're going to feed those leads back through the insulation. Try not to push it out of the way. And if you find that that insulation is impeding the wires going into the back of the range, you will need to pull the back panel off and straighten those out. Now line up the openings in the element bracket with the screw holes in the back wall. Next, we'll just bend that element slightly to make sure that the supports contact the oven bottom. Be careful not to make a sharp bend in this, just gently twist it enough so that it sits flat. Now we're ready to replace the oven racks. And if we need to realign the insulation in the back, we'll have to pull the range out far enough that we can remove the back panel, and then we're ready to reconnect the power. Now this model has 3 screws that secure the center portion of the back panel. We just need to remove those. Next, we're just going to tilt it out slightly at the top and then lift straight up on it until we line up the 2 tabs on the side, and then we can lift that panel away. Now to reinsert the insulation for the element, we'll first locate the 2 terminals. We'll make sure that those wires are pulled nice and straight, free, and then we can push the insulation back in towards the oven cavity. And then we can replace the back panel. Now we're ready to reconnect the power, and our repair is complete. I told you it was an easy job. Thanks for watching, and good luck with your repair.